Good morning, my dear students. In this chapter 3, water chapter, we had seen properties, physical properties, then why water is called an universal solvent, what is solution, and we had seen 4 types of solutions, rather 5 types of solutions. First, liquid homogeneous solution, heterogeneous solution, then aqueous solution and non-aqueous solution, and dilute solution and concentrated solution. Today we will start with saturated solution. So, on the basis of amount of solute dissolved in a solution, on the basis of amount dissolved in solution, they are of 3 types. They are unsaturated solution, saturated solution, supersaturated solution. If we go back in class 8, I had given you, I well remember I had given you the example कि if अगर बाबू आपको 4 रोटी का भूख है और आपको 1 रोटी मिला, यू आर नॉट सेटिस्फाइड, क्योंकि आपका जितने का भूख है उससे कम मिला ना। अगर आपको 4 रोटी मिल गया तो आप लोगों ने ही जवाब दिया था कि हाँ सर 4 रोटी के बाद अब नहीं खाएंगे। मैंने कहा कितनी भी अच्छी सब्जी बनी हो तो खाइएगा, तो नहीं खाएंगे। तब मैंने कहा था उसके बाद अगर मम्मी आपको एक मिठाई दे दे तो लेंगे, तो आप सबों ने कहा था हाँ खा लेंगे। फिर मैंने कहा 2-3 देगी तो आपने कहा वो भी खा लेंगे, लेकिन एक समय आएगा फिर आप नहीं खाएंगे। बट अगर डिफरेंट क्वालिटी का मिठाई मिला तो फिर 1-2 दबा लेंगे। Likewise, suppose this glass of water has a capacity to dissolve 6 spoons of salt or sugar. Okay, anyway, we are taking sugar. No need to change the temperature and pressure. It has the capacity to dissolve 6 spoons. Now, if we dissolve only 1 spoon, that means still it has the capacity to dissolve 5 more spoons of sugar. Means it is your unsaturated solution. Now, same solution, if we now dissolve 5 more, 6 more, whatsoever its capacity, then after dissolving without any change of temperature, this is, I have given here 10, so we take 10 spoons. Now its capacity is 10. So after dissolving 1 or 2 or 3, 4, 5 spoons, it will dissolve some more, means it will dissolve 5 more after dissolving 10 spoons. After dissolving 10 spoons, now it cannot dissolve anymore. Here what I have given, capacity is 10 spoons. We have dissolved 5 spoons. So, at same temperature and pressure, if a solvent can dissolve some more solute, such solution is called unsaturated. But at the same temperature, if the solvent cannot dissolve any more solute, is called saturated. Now this saturated, now after taking 4 breads you are satisfied. If you remember, आपने कहा था क्लास में कि ये सर 4 रोटी के बाद अगर मम्मी मिठाई देगी तो 1-2 तो खा ही लेंगे। फिर आपने कहा कि 2-3 के बाद तो नहीं खाएंगे। फिर अगर दूसरा वैरायटी मिला तो आप कहेंगे कि तेरा भी दिल नहीं तोड़ेंगे, लाओ खा ही लेते हैं। तो वही यहाँ भी आ रहा है बाबू मैया कि after being saturated, now if it is heated, now what was its capacity to dissolve? 8 spoons. After heating, it will dissolve one more spoon of sugar. After heating, now it will dissolve one more sugar, one more spoon. But one stage will come that it will not be able to dissolve any more solutes. Though it can dissolve 1, 2, 3, 4 more, but one stage will come that it will not dissolve any more solute, how much you increase the temperature. Such solution is called your super solution, super saturated solution. So first one is your, I had given you unsaturated, but here in this book it is saturated, no problem. A solution is homogeneous mixture of solute and solvent. We had seen it. Its composition may vary till a saturated solution is obtained. What is the effect of cooling on a saturated solution? We had seen in class 8, if you remember, effect of pressure on solubility, effect of temperature on solubility. So solubility of a solid normally it decreases with fall of temperature. If we are cooling means we are lowering down the temperature. So what will be the effect if we lower down the temperature? Means if we are cooling, the solubility will decrease. For example, just we had given an example, if a glass of water dissolve 10 spoons at some certain temperature, now if we cool it down, it will dissolve less than 10 spoons, maybe 9.5, maybe 9 or 8, so that like this. So increases. And if temperature of a saturated solution is lowered, or if a solution is left open at higher temperature for a long time, now it will vaporize. A part of dissolved solute separates out, means crystals are formed. What will be the effect of heating a saturated solution? Here we were lowering down the temperature, we were cooling, but now here if we heat, what will happen? Just you can imagine, make a solution of sugar and water. Now it is saturated, it cannot dissolve anymore. Now you start heating, it will dissolve some more. But after heating, what do you observe? That all the sugar are dissolved and now water vapor is coming out. That means one stage will come that all the vapors will escape out and it will left only with the crystals of sugar. When no water vapor is coming out, that means there is no water present in that vessel. Now stop cooling. Then what will happen? This crystal is hot. It will emit its heat energy and it will become cool. Cold कैसे होगा? It will absorb moisture or water vapor from the outside, from the atmosphere. So a solution in which more of the solute can be dissolved at a given temperature is known as unsaturated. More can dissolve is called unsaturated. What will be effect? If a saturated solution is heated to a higher temperature, then it becomes unsaturated, means some more solute can be dissolved in this solution. Now how much more solute can be dissolved? It depends on the nature of the solutes, what kind of solute it is. A saturated solution can be made unsaturated. Kaise? Very simple, by adding more solvent. If we now add more solvent, if the solution is saturated, now it will be unsaturated because after adding certain solvent it will dissolve some more solute. Then now supersaturated, a solution that holds more solute and can theoretically do at a temperature is a supersaturated means a solution that holds more solute than it can theoretically have. Means without increasing temperature and pressure, a saturated solution now it cannot dissolve anymore, but if we heat, after heating it will dissolve some more solutes, and that will be your supersaturated solution. Heat a saturated solution and dissolve some more solute. Then cool it back to room temperature slowly without causing any disturbance. Then the resultant solution after cooling holds some solute than the saturated more solutes. This is your supersaturated solution. So a supersaturated solution at a particular temperature is one that is more concentrated, means more contains more solute than what it was having in the case of saturated solution. So a supersaturated solution contains more solute than saturated solution. Here is a supersaturated solution is metastable and slight disturbance like shaking, steaming or scratching the wall of the container. A solid solute comes out. That will be known as your crystal. One more thing, my dear students, I am very much happy with one student. I won't like to take his name, or there is no problem in taking his name. He was none other than Atul Kumar Singh of class 9B. It was a mislips. In my last class, I had told you when we dissolve a solute, it is instead of one line. He told me, sir, you have to like this. When I reviewed my video, it was the same. I had told when a solute is dissolved in solution, it becomes solvent. We know that solute is dissolved in solvent and forms solution. Solute is dissolved in solvent and form solution. By mistake, what I had told, when solute is dissolved in solution, it becomes solvent. I am sorry for that line. It was a mislip. Now, here is your concentration of solution. Actually, what is concentration of solution? Quantity of solute. Concentration means quantity. Concentration of solution means mass of solute present in the solvent, and in fact not in the solvent. What is solution? Solution is what? Solvent plus solute. So what is the mass of solute? What is the mass of solute present in this solution is called your concentration. It is half definition. Mind my language, it is half definition. Suppose if we are taking a mug, a glass. In a glass, if we dissolve 5 spoons of sugar, if we are dissolving 5 spoons in a glass, now take a bucket. In this bucket, we dissolve 5 spoons of sugar. Then what will be the concentration? This contains hardly 250 ml of water. This will contain 10 liter of water. So it will be a solution of, suppose it contains 250 ml. We are adding this to lump sum. The solution will be this much. And if we are adding same amount of sugar in large amount of water, we'll have the same concentration. So no. amount of solute present in solution is called concentration of solute. But what should be the standard solution? See, concentration of solute is the amount of solute dissolved in a given quantity, not एक glass pani or एक balti pani, given quantity. Now it rises a question, what should be the given quantity? It should be 100 gram of solution, not 100 gram of solvent, not 100 gram of solvent. In 100 gram of solution, what is the mass of solute? It will be called mass concentration. So concentration of solution is the amount of solute dissolved in a given quantity of that solution. It can be expressed by this. See, it is very simple. The mass concentration is defined as the mass of the solid, means amount of the solute in grams present in 100 gram of solution. If it is 100 gram of solution, means mass of solution 100 gram. इसमें क्या होगा बाबू? सम मास ऑफ सॉल्यूट भी होगा एंड सम मास ऑफ सॉल्वेंट भी होगा. So totally it will come 100 gram, and suppose it is 12 gram. If we are taking 12 gram of solute, if we are taking solute 12 gram and we have to make the solution 100 gram, obviously the solvent will be 100 minus 12 means 88 gram. So what will be the mass concentration? Mass of solute means 12 gram by mass of solution. Mass of solution means mass of solvent plus solute. It will be 100 gram into 100. Gram cut jayega. Now it will be 12%. So mass percent will be 12. So concentration of solution means amount of solute present in 100 gram of solution. It is mostly used when solute is solid. In the case of liquid, we will use volume, this one. Take. So mass of solute, what will be the percentage mass or what will be the concentration of mass? So mass of solute by mass of solution. Similarly, volume percent. It is here instead of 100 gram, we were taking 100 gram of solution, but here we will take 100 ml of solution. That means it is defined as the volume of solute. Volume of solute we will consider here not in grams, not in mass, but we will consider the volume of the solutes in milliliters. It is mostly used when solute and solvent both are in the same phase of liquid. Same phase of liquid. ऐसा नहीं कि same phase of solids. No, that will be the LY. So both solvent and solute, if they are in liquid phase, liquid state, so after adding this volume, 10 ml of volume, 20 ml of any liquid milk, and to make it 100 ml, what we will do? We will add 88 ml of water. So what will be the volume percent? Volume of the solute plus volume of the solution. Volume of the solution means volume of the solvent plus volume of the solute. Volume of the solute by volume of the solvent plus volume of the solute. It will be the volume of solution into 100. It will give you the volume percent. So it is, what is volume percent then? It is the percent of volume or volume of solute, volume of solute present in 100 gram of solution, not solvent, 100 gram of solution. Solution में जो होगा, and solution always contains solvent plus solute. So we will end the today here only. Wish you all the best.